Everyone, my name is Enrica Bimersetti. I'm in 7th grade and I go to the Overlake School. Today I'm going to be telling you about my idea, Shekin. So Shekin is a program to help girls in India overcome the gender gap in education. We will be visiting schools in rural India to teach underprivileged girls STEM and communication skills. So here's the problem. A lot of girls in rural India do not have the proper access to education to achieve their full potential in learning. This results in many of them not having access to good job opportunities and being forced into child marriage. India is more of a male-dominated society. Giving education to women and girls is not considered a very good investment of both time and money. Females are also considered liabilities and are thought to only serve the purpose of being married off and raising children. So our vision at Shekin is to make sure that girls have education in STEM and communication so that they can reach their dreams. Our mission is to build a bridge in the gender gap that often exists in the education sector. The reason why I created Shekin was mainly because of my mom. When she was little, she experienced this disparity in girls' education. Her school was simply sitting underneath a tree, and her family did not think that it was worth it to invest in a better school and education for her. I want to make sure that this doesn't happen for girls around India, and girls should know that their right to education is just as important as boys. In rural India, about 38% of girls drop out before 7 years, and as shown in this graph, 20.9% of girls aged 15 to 19 years old finish 12 or more years of school. That's a very low number. Another area that we can see this disparity is in the literacy. The average female literacy in the world is 79.9%, with the average male literacy being 89.2%. The difference between these two is 10%, while India lags behind. The female literacy is 69%, with the male literacy being 84.4% according to the 2022 consensus. This difference is 16% while being compared to the world's 10%. That's almost a 6% increase. The ways that we can implement Shekin is by visiting some vetted schools in rural India during the summer of 2024. There we will be selecting a couple of girls and providing them with STEM and communication lessons. We will also be educating them and helping them by providing extra resources such as books and supplies to help them further cultivate their skills. Because of Shekin's help, many girls in rural India will be able to reach their dreams in education and have a better job and lifestyle in the future. They will be learning crucial communication skills to advocate for themselves and voice their opinions on the priority of important matters, such as girls' education. They will also be helping by spreading the word and empowering and sharing what they have learned through Shekin with others to help combat the injustices that girls have to face all over the world. Shekin, educate a girl, empower a world. Thank you.
When you're talking about people traveling to India, who would that be?
Okay, so
Can you say again?
Yeah. My question is, when you're talking about folks traveling to India to provide these services, who would those individuals be, and what kind of services would they have?
So every year my family usually travels to India. So I was thinking that me and my mom have discussed this, so my mom's going to be helping with all of this. So on top of our India trip, we're going to be visiting some schools in India that my mom has personal connections to, such as her school, which she wants to improve for girls, and some other schools that some other family members went to. So I will be taking some help from my family members in India and my mom to help educate these girls.
So, can you tell us why is this sort of innovative? You know, there are a lot of non-profits doing things similar to this. Why is this different?
Because most of the time, I feel like people don't target only rural India. A lot of times I look at it, it's mostly urban. So if we look at it, rural India is actually suffering very much, but people don't pay as much attention to it as like urban areas. So I want to focus on rural India so that the girls there also have an opportunity.
Thank you.
And then, so when you think about, as you mentioned, you and your mom would be going initially, have you thought about any ways you could potentially take this program and make it bigger once you've found some success or done any learnings around that?
Yeah, so I was thinking that after like kind of me and my mom did this, we tried this out, kind of we could like expand it to like, I don't know, people that are also interested, like maybe some family in India that can also like lead the program when we're not here in the summer. Like in like other times of the year, we could have people in India visit and do that as well.
Okay, thank you.
I really appreciated the research you had in your presentation. One thing I would encourage you is to think a little bit about the storytelling, so not just presenting the numbers, but kind of how that goes into your overall pitch narrative. But really great presentation.
Yeah, and I would just say too, you had a lot of words on the slide. I love that you didn't read them all and you were good at summarizing what was happening. I also liked you bringing in the story about your mom and what her experience was. I thought that was a good piece of the storytelling.
Yeah, +1 to both of those. And I'd say also I love your branding. You know, she can, and the tagline, educated girl, empower the world. That's very evocative and it says what it does, what your program does. And yeah, good job. Thank you.